All right, what's up, guys? Now I'm going to be breaking down Colton's team. Kamara is a bitch. All right, I like it, man. That's a good name. That's a pretty good name. Like, as far as names go. I see what you're doing. Kamara. Okay. All right, let's get with your team, man. Aaron Rodgers, that's good. That's my guy. I don't know how he's going to do in fantasy this year. I mean, he's my guy. It's hard for me to talk bad about him, right? But I honestly just don't know how he's going to do this year because he's in a new system with the rookie head coach, and his talent is around him is depleted from last year. So it's like, I don't know, maybe Jimmy Graham seemed like a bright spot, so hopefully he can put up some numbers for you. Hopefully Aaron Rodgers does well. I look for him to finish in the top 10 of quarterbacks this year, but he's not going to be normal top 5 type guy. Kamara is great, man. He's going to finish second in points this year. I think Saquon takes a step back. He's all the Giants got, but I think it's Christian McCaffrey 1, Kamara 2, and Saquon probably maybe even 4th. Just seeing some of the production level out of some of the other players in the league this year, I would not be surprised if Saquon goes 4th. I got something in my teeth, man. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. All right. Next, you got Joe Mixon. Sorry about that. Did I just flick off the camera? Sorry about that. Joe Mixon, Cincinnati. Okay. All right. That will be a decent. I mean, I don't love him as RB2. Looking at the rest of your bench, though, you've got guys who I probably would have started guys over him, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Joe Mixon being your RB2. He's a solid choice at RB2. Stephon Diggs, love him going up against Green Bay, man. But the Green Bay defense looks legit. That could be a thing. I don't know. I may start if I'm me. This is me taking over your team. I might start Marvin Jones Jr. I have no idea what his production level looks like in terms of projection. Let me look it up. 10.8. So he's projected a 10.8. And Stephon Diggs, I'm keeping him, and DK Metcalf is 9.6. Yeah. And Seattle's playing against Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh got routed by the Patriots, but it's the Patriots. And this is Russell Wilson's is probably gonna work in Carson a lot more than Metcalf, man. I don't know. I'm probably sitting Metcalf, starting Jones, maybe even starting Brandon Cooks. He's projected 14.4, and he had an off week last week. I don't think that will continue, and he's playing a New Orleans team that gave up a lot of points against the Texans. Texans drove down the length of the field in the last minute in 2 plays. They knew they were passing deep, and they still gave up the entire length of the field in 2 plays. I'm probably starting Cooks or Marvin Jones over DK Metcalf. Jason Witten, I like it. Tight end, he's going to have, I think, a resurgence this year, and I think he's better than CJ, who you got on the bench going up against San Fran. I like that matchup for Jason Witten to win. I like John Ross going up against San Francisco. Now, he's not going to have the same production level that he had last week. He's just not. He's going to be good, and he's still going to get a lot of touches. If they want to beat San Francisco, though, they can run the ball. And I think that's the difference. Against Seattle, they had to, or who they played? They played Seattle? They played Seattle. They had to throw the ball. Andy Dalton had to throw the ball in order for them to have a chance in that game. And I think, did they lose? Yeah, even though they lost, and the 49ers won, I still think Cincy has a good shot in that matchup at home. I'm interested to see how Ross does. I do think, he was a great pickup. Good job. Good job on the pickup, Colton. That was a W for you, my man. Both these teams own one. We'll get into the breakdown of the matchup later. But Andy Dalton as your QB2. So here's the deal. This is the one thing I don't like. You've got 3 Cincinnati starters. All right, and that's not a good offense to ride. You want to diversify a little bit because they're not all going to go off. It's Cincinnati. They're a sub-500 team probably to end the season. I'm not starting that many Cincinnati guys. Even in fantasy, man, I'm not doing it. I'm probably going to sit in Ross. I like both of you. I like 2 of your receivers off the bench, man. I like Marvin Jones and I like Brandon Cooks going into these 2 games. And I would sit DK Metcalf and I would actually sit John Ross. Even though he was probably the pickup of the week. Your receivers are probably the strongest part of your roster, in my opinion. And honestly, I don't know how you went 0-1. You have a good roster. I think you just had some off weeks. It's a good roster. Bills defense played well, even in a loss to the Jets. Or no, the Bills won. Yeah, Bills won. They played deceptively well on defense. Sorry, it's hard. This is recorded like 5 days after the game. It's hard to remember who all won, especially the Bills. Who cares about the Bills? But yeah, that's a good one, and I like the matchup against the Giants. Now it is on the road, so there's some questions there, but I'm not sure what defenses are available. That's probably, but it's still probably good for 10 points. You're not gonna. It won't be. It's not gonna be boom or bust. It'll be pretty level. So on your bench, man, you picked up Chark too, dude. My guy, I like it, man. Chark is on the bench. Your receiving game is on point, man. You've got some receivers: Stephon Diggs, John Ross. You got some good pickups. Marvin Jones Jr. These are all really good receivers on some mediocre teams. The DJ Chark, that's big. So I like your team, man. I really do. I think you're going to bounce back. I do not expect you to go 0-2. And we'll get to that in the matchup breakdown, but I definitely expect you to win and to probably win big. But keep this roster together, man. Don't overreact. You got some good week 1 additions. Keep this roster intact for at least 2 weeks. I wouldn't change it up at all next week unless something just crazy happens like an injury and you need a handcuff.